Good afternoon, or good any time of the day when you are listening to this recording. I know that you are experienced in meditation, in visualization, but what I would like to offer is maybe slightly different. I would like to invite you to start with your eyes open instead of closing them and going inwards. I would like to invite you to start with your eyes open, looking around you and searching for anything that connects you with love. That can be an object that someone created with love, or maybe something that causes warmth in your heart. Or maybe something that reminds you of the moment when you truly felt held, supported, appreciated. And really take a moment to do so, naming loudly or naming for yourself how these elements of the outside reality are actually elements of your inner reality of love. How this teapot reminds me of tea that my mama made for me when I was sick. How this piece of ceramic reminds me of the times when I do something with my full heart, feeling really connected to my creativity and trusting the process. And if you like, you can even pause this video and continue doing just that, looking around, finding reminders, embodiments, manifestations of love, naming them silently or naming them loudly. And then notice, how does it feel in your body? Just this noticing. How does it feel in your head, in your neck? How does it feel to notice love around you, in your shoulders, in between your shoulder blades, and in your belly, around your pelvis? And what's present in your legs and your feet when you are orienting your awareness towards signs of love that surround you? And I'm sure that you arrived here also because there is a pain, there is tension that brought you here, that made you search for a moment of groundedness, moment of reconnection. So I would like to invite you for a short somatic practice, helping us reconnect these two parts of us. This part that stays connected to pain, to tension, and this longing for diving into love. And I will do something very simple. I crossed my arms in front of my chest. I am clapping, tapping my right palm on my left shoulder. And then I'm tapping my left palm on my right shoulder. And then I'm tapping them both. And I am finding my own rhythm. You can even do some humming here, choosing one syllable or One word. Left, right, together. Left, right, unite. I'm not humming here to not interfere with your private space. But I invite you to do so. And you can continue for as long as you may need. Speaking to your rational part, I want to verbalize that doing so is helping us synchronize the left and the right hemisphere, the emotional, the intuitive, with the rational searching for meaning, as well as pain and love. So continue for as long you may need before arriving in this warm hug, and then also lowering your head as you are carrying a baby to sleep or carrying a baby to comfort. I invite you to rock from side to side. And notice how your breath is reacting to this hug, reacting to rocking. And invite your breath towards your diaphragm, towards your belly, towards your pelvic floor diaphragm. And then I invite you to release the hug or keep it, choosing a pose that would be the most natural, the most comfortable for you. Being radical in a way you search for comfort, maybe laying down, maybe sitting, maybe standing, maybe curling, and maybe experimenting. Invitation to comfort can feel overwhelming. We don't always know what we want, what we need. And once you settle, I invite you to turn on your aware, mindful listening, as I would like to share a poem with you. Even if you know the poem, I invite you to listen it as you are listening to it for the first time. Noticing what's present in your body, noticing different parts, reacting, opening to the words. Mary Oliver, Wild Geese. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert, repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sand and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things. Over and over, announcing your place in the family of things. Notice what's present in your heart. Notice what's present in your shoulders, in your belly. And let us together come back to particular words of the poem. What's present for you when you hear, you do not have to be good. You don't have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert, repeating, repenting. Notice the part of you that may be afraid of not performing at your best capacity. Notice this part of you that maybe became conditioned, that love and belonging comes with high performance, with doing, with achieving. Where in your body can you notice this part? Is it strong? Is it subtle? And if you are noticing such a part, I invite you to offer your understanding and compassion as this part of you learned through your experience that this is how you find your belonging. This is how you find attachment, love, by performing, achieving. So you can imagine this part as a young child, growing up in a family and cultural setting in which performing, doing, producing is what matters. And if you imagine this child coming to you, to your adult loving self, what would you say to this child? How would you react to her, them? And invite this part to sit close to the sources of love that you recognized around you and within you. Invite this part of you to the space of love, to the heart space. And then imagine a poet, or maybe a wise woman, a wise lady, or a grandmother, whoever represents archetype of wisdom in your heart, speaking to this child. You do not have to be good. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Can you sense this soft animal of your body? What is this animal longing for? If you created a little more space for this soft animal of your body in your life, in your experience, where would it guide you? Where would it take you? What is it longing for? What is it loving? And notice if there are parts of you, maybe even this achieving, doing part, that are scared by the softness, by following the heart, by following love. Please acknowledge their fears. They did grow up in a world that doesn't value softness. So inviting this soft animal of your body is not only healing, it's also revolution. It's like being a pioneer in the world that only values speed and achievement and production and more and more and more. So please acknowledge any doubt, any fear you may have around inviting the soft animal of your body to love what it loves. And invite those scared parts to maybe first just observe with curiosity. What are these longings of the heart? What are the longings of the soft animal of your body? And using your breath, using the power of inhale, creating little more space for these images, for these fantasies, for these longings. And using the power of exhale to gently soften the fear and tension surrounding the skeptical, scared parts. I inhale. I create space for the love of the soft animal of my body. I exhale. I soften. I inhale. I exhale. And I invite you to explore how the softness allows you belonging in the family of life, family of things. Maybe remembering a soft sand on the beach, or a soft fur of your dog or a cat. Noticing trees that are losing leaves for the winter, surrendering to the reality of needing to rest and gather energy. preserve it. How do I belong through softness? With whom I belong through softness? And I invite you to continue this exploration by opening your eyes and looking around you, noticing how you belong through softness and love. Maybe they're noticing the softness of the blanket even, or the softness of your skin and the fluffy parts of the body that we often judge and not welcome as much as the ones that are hard and protective. I am noticing a fig tree in front of my window that is slowly losing its leaves, getting ready for winter. Feeling I produced so much fruit, I can rest for as long as the circumstances are friendly again and supporting my growth. I will rest for as long as it's needed. And how do you belong through softness and love? And then the way we started with a hug, I invite you to come back to this gesture. This time, searching for softness and offering yourself the softest touch. Can be on your shoulders, can be also around your neck, around your ears, where we have all these craniosacral nerves that communicate softness to our nervous system. But really using your fingertips to offer yourself the most gentle touch. And feel welcome to pause here and keep offering this softest touch, softest gestures for as long as you need. And only when you are ready, close this practice by bringing your soft palms to your heart and gently massaging the area of your heart, of your solar plexus. Really stroking your heart, telling it you can soften now. You don't have to belong through overproducing, through over-trying, through being perfect. You can belong through softness. Only then you can be truly loved. When you are truly who you are. And only then you can truly love. When you welcome others in their softness, in their imperfection, in their humanity. And I invite you to take this softness into the rest of your day or into your sleep. Thank you for the gift of the time spent together, wherever and however you are listening to it.